Hi, my name is Tristan Jones.
And I'm Keandre Hooker, and
We
we
are
are Two Hookers in
Love.
Love.
So we are here to tell our love story. Basically how we met and how we became this couple we are today. Um, so we met in 2015 at Albany State University. Um, I was there for my good friend Quez's probate. Um, and I was there with close friends, and we decided to actually leave the probate a little early, just so we can get to the plots before it got really packed, right? So as we as we are on our way to the plots, we see like guys walking towards us, and we just find out that we're both looking for the plots. So I'm gonna throw it over to Keandre because that's where our stories get shaky. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and tell your side, babe.
Okay. Well, before I get into the story, at the time I was staying in McDonough. So, I wasn't staying in Albany. Through mutual friend Steve, told me to pull up for the weekend, and I decided to head up there and just have a good time and hang out for the weekend for my partner Quez probate. And so, I had met Quez a couple other times, shooting up to Albany, hanging out with them, some real good times. So, I said, why not, as far as just taking a trip down there for the probate. And so, yeah, as far as, everything went good with the probate and everybody's headed toward the same direction, we ended up crossing paths. And, eventually we got to the plots. And as we're at the plots, and I'm just looking around, I'm looking all over the place because I'm standing to myself. I'm by myself, just soaking it all in. It's a lot happening, a lot unfolding, a lot of pictures, and a lot of things going on. And just randomly, Tristan comes up to me and she's like, who are you? Who are you to Quez? So I ended up introducing myself, and we ended up figuring out that we know each other through mutual friends, and yeah, we ended up crossing paths a little bit more that night, and it started off a little slow. We didn't do anything too.
Let me tell my side before he goes on. So,
Oh man.
like I said, we would cross paths looking for the plot. So as we're talking, they didn't know where they were going. So we basically said, oh, this is the way to the plots, right? As we're talking, we realized we both know Steve, and we're all there for Quez, right? Now, before I move on, Quez is my brother, right? I would say I know most of his friends, and I knew the other guys that were there. Like I had seen them before, and I believe they lived in Albany. But this guy I had not seen before, and I'm like, you are here for his probate, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So we get to the plots. By the time we get there, it's starting to populate with people. It's lively, like how probates are. So I'm standing with my friends, and Ariana tells me that this young man here is staring at me. So I'm like, is he? I was like, I don't know who he is. He's here for Quez. So I go over and I ask, who are you to Quez? What brings you here for the probate? I didn't say that, but who are you to Quez?
Something along those lines. Yeah.
So I think we talked for a brief moment, and then I walk away. That was it. But Quez had the spot, for that night. After the probate, people ended up going there, and then after the party, the after party, people were there, and we kind of just crossed paths, throughout the night. And he ends up asking me for my Snapchat.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a little, at that time,
It was 2015.
It's social media, we're just being social. I didn't want to see him, come up too, as far as asking for the number, but
it's fine, I wasn't looking for anything.
Still in contact with each other.
Yeah, so he used to respond to my snaps, because I have a good time on Snap. It's my TV show, so he would be responding or laughing, and so I was like, mind you, this is a year later. We're in 2016 now. I'm like, let me talk to him a little more, like engage with him when he responds to my snaps. So basically we got to get to know each other, and we exchanged numbers through Snap. We started texting. Then, we're on the phone, and it just, the rest is history. We connected. We could talk all day, and it was natural. I enjoyed his company. He was living in McDonough at the time. I was in Valdosta. He was making trips to Valdosta to see your girl.
I was. I had to. She didn't think I would pull up on a kid, so I hit the road a few times.
For those that don't know, that's like almost like 3.5 hour drive. Yeah. So, little did I know.
Glad we ended up crossing paths though.
Yeah.
So just been taking our time from there, and it's been some ups and some downs, some big blessings along the way as well. Our daughter Avery, and I'm just glad we at this point and we locking it in,
We locking it in December 3rd.
December the 3rd, y'all get ready. We're gonna have a good time.
It's a celebration. See y'all then.